Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 19th episode of the Unscripted Introverts podcast. Taylor, how are you doing today?
It's been a day. I took a fat nap before this. I've been staying up till like 3 a.m. every day.
Jesus. Hold on.
And
Sorry, this music is way too loud. Okay. Sorry, that
sorry
was
for the
way too loud.
interruption.
Um, that's horrible to hear. I wish you would get your sleep on schedule. But hey,
What can I say?
this is the same guy who eats a muffin a day and says that's enough for all of his nutrients and calories.
Because it is. A muffin is all you should need for the day.
That's not how the saying goes. The saying goes an apple a day keeps the doctor away, not a goddamn muffin. Whatever. Let's we have more important things to talk about.
Yes, sir.
More importantly, it's been I think about 2 weeks since we last recorded.
Yes. And by the way, our last episode blew the fuck up.
That's a Jonah
17,
effect, baby.
17 plays on Spotify. We have about 10 views on YouTube as well. I don't know if those are the same people or different.
Doesn't
Doesn't really
matter.
matter.
I don't care.
But it does seem like you guys either like the anime episodes or you like it when we have guests on. So if you can let us know what you like better, please do, because we are trying to get another guest on soon. I don't know. We got to figure out what we're gonna talk about with them though. Is the problem?
I don't know. I've talked to him. He's like, I'll talk about whatever. I roll off however whatever topic we're gonna be talking about. So
Yeah.
do you hear that?
Hear what?
Oh. I'm gonna continue talking, but yeah. Do you kinda hear that popping?
Oh,
Oh, you can't hear yourself. There's popping going on.
it's because there's no pop filter on.
Okay, well, whatever.
If you want to put it back on, you can.
Where is it? Oh,
Yeah. Here you go.
there we go. Okay, that was bugging me. Sorry. But yeah, we do have a guest lined up, and we do intend on that being the next episode. We're still in the works. So far, it's still just a pipe dream, but it will happen someday. Maybe in
Same.
an
Sorry. Go ahead.
I would say maybe when we get our schedule on track. That's a joke for us too, because I never show up. But
Thank you for soloing yourself out there.
like I can't make it seem like it's your fault. I mean, I'll be straight up honest. I'm pretty bad when it comes to commitments. I don't know what is up with me, but like you're in a good mood, you'll make promises, and then it'll get to that day. You're like, man, you just worked out 6 days that week. You're cutting, so you're already eating like 400 less calories than you're supposed to. I don't feel like going.
You see, that's why you just make sure every day is a shitty day, so you never make promises you can't keep. I'm being serious because I know
Well,
exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, but then that worsens my overall quality of life. Like, I don't want to sit there and learn the code in Python if I've had a horrible fucking day at work and then the gym went horrible. Like, no, it's not how I function, man. But I'll tell you, the whole consistent working out, man. Ooh, I've never felt any better. I feel like a god right now. I feel so good about myself. Like, I don't know what it is. I just love being sore. But enough about my was it egomania?
You're
Whatever. I'm an
asking the wrong person,
egomaniac.
dude.
But to get off that little side tangent there, we had a few life updates.
Yes,
For those who don't know, Taylor joined us at the sandwich shop.
I did.
So it's been pretty good. You know, he's a lot shittier than I thought he was going to be, but you know, hey, we can't have like good things all the time in life.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He's actually really good for his first food job. No, I am surprised the register was no problem for you.
I'd hope it was no problem for me.
I
That's
just thought
pretty
it would
much
be
all I. That's
confusing.
all I do.
I thought it'd be confusing. I feel like our register, we have so many items and so many little tabs to go through. I just wish it was all on one screen.
Well, I know with the other systems, you have like the main checkout, you have guest service, you have self checkout. So it's like you have to know how to navigate through all that. So that's just something I was used to.
Hmm.
But
I
I
would.
go ahead.
I was gonna say I was surprised by your sandwich making skills. They
Really?
were. for a new timer, you had great proportions. You didn't like slather on fucking Mount Fuji of mayo on the goddamn sandwich.
I just
You
think of how I would like a sandwich.
yeah,
I don't want my sandwich drenched in mayonnaise.
yeah,
Nor do
no.
I want it like barely scraped on so it's still
Yeah,
super dry.
you and DeAndre are perfect at proportions. Like it's amazing. I'm horrible at it because I'm bigger. So like when I go in and get their lettuce, I grab a big fucking glob. So many people tell me to take it off,
See,
but
like
you guys have been
sometimes
pretty good.
it's annoying for me because with the gloves, I either grab a perfect amount or it's like when I go to grab it and I go to put everything on, it'll stick to my glove. So like there's that little spot that I don't hit, and then all that extra just drops afterwards. It's like fuck, and then I have to like spread it with my fingers. Has
I
that not happened to you?
not really. I'm like a crane. I just grab a fuck ton of lettuce and just spread it out and make it work. But no, you've been pretty good so far. Obviously, you don't like slicer, but that's just short people problems. Hey, look,
I'm
it's
not that short.
okay, 5'6", calm
I'm
down.
I'm
Yeah.
not 5'6". I'm 5'9".
Okay, well now you're just being you're being facetious. Okay,
I don't want people thinking I'm that 5'6". That's short.
Hey, look, it's short if you let it be short.
Spoken from a person that's over 6 feet. I don't want to hear from you.
Look, I'll tell you this: it's not the blessing that people make it out to be. The fact that I can get near concussion from these goddamn fans in my house is great. I love it. I love waking up. Well, not anymore, but I used to wake up in my old room and have to duck under the fan in order to not get my head chopped off.
At least you don't need ladders.
At least you live longer.
I'm not trying to. I thought we talked about this. I thought we disclosed this already.
Well, we did, but a fact is still a fact. Shorter people live longer lives. That's
Oh
facts.
man.
God damn it. But
But no,
yeah.
I will say this, and I say it every time, because like you and Jonah always like you're always checking up like how do you like it so far? Are you still liking it?
Mm-hmm.
Every time I never realized how unhappy I was at my other job until like I started working here. It's the energy's different. Like my I don't want to say emotion, but like how I feel about doing my work, I'm not as pissed off because I know I'm getting my money's worth. Whereas the other place, I still refuse to believe that I'm doing all this extra work just to get paid as the same fucking dude that stands in the back room doing it. It still pisses me off to this day.
You know what's crazy is well, I'm not like some, prophet, but I did call this. Me and DeAndre were talking about this. For those who don't know, DeAndre is one of our coworkers, one of our friends from high school. But me and him were talking. We were like, this was before you got hired. I think maybe like a few days or a week before you put your application in. We thought this place would be perfect for you, just because you're always so high strung working at Target because you have to be. You have to stay on top of things. You got to make sure that everything is in tip top shape. And it's not like you get any other help from your coworkers. I mean, you get some. You got a
Yeah.
few reliable ones back there helping you out. But for the most part, I think you can agree that majority of the people there aren't carrying their workload. But me and DeAndre both assumed we were like, I think Taylor would enjoy being here just because the energy is a lot. We're more mellow.
Um,
Um,
yes.
we're very easygoing, like crew, and we try to have fun with it. And like, if you're working like the closing shift, man, it does not get busy past 4. The worst it gets is maybe a lunch rush. Like it's never.
That's not even that bad though.
It's really not. No, compared to like real fast food, no, it's so easy. And the tips are crazy, man. I've made like $100 already. I just had to pay you back for the
Yeah.
Target thing at the Vegas trip.
Yeah.
That was 120. That took me about maybe 4 or 5 days to get, and I'm already back up to about 120 again.
Today's Saturday. On Thursday, just with that 6 hour shift, I walked away with $40.
Yeah, it's crazy. I told you, bro. It's like getting a second paycheck, a
I
little mini
didn't like
paycheck.
you saying it. It doesn't sound like a lot, but until you actually like see the money
When
with
you
your own
add it
eyes, like
up
that's a
over the
lot of money.
week,
I
Dude,
have over $200 just for working less than a week.
yeah. And that's, I mean, I will admit that's stellar week. That's actually amazing.
Yeah.
We've been actually getting really good days. We've had
It's cuz I'm there, let's be honest.
it's the Taylor effect, man.
They
God,
see my long luscious hair and they're like, "I want to fuck that man."
every mom within like 30 miles just drives down to dude, that's fucking DeAndre, bro. Like this dude, I don't know what he does. I don't know what's his little trick, but he gets all the milfs in the area. And it sadly they come during 5 to 6, so they get like 8 foot long sandwiches for their gargantuan families. So I mean that sucks, but every time we close, we get a little lunch rush. I can't even go on a goddamn 10.
That's
I go
how
on a
that's how
10.
it was when I closed with Paul.
Mm-hmm. He was telling me, yeah, you guys are busy.
And then granted, like half the shift he was hiding from someone. So it was pretty much just me. He did all the chores in the back, and I did all the chores in the front.
Yeah, but it's honestly for a fast food job, that might be the most easygoing job I've ever
I knew when I
worked.
put in my application, like the whole point of this is for me to get a load off. I get paid to have fun.
Yeah, it's really not
That's the reality of it. It
like
like for right now, I'm not really working. I'm just hanging out with my friends, cleaning.
and
That's pretty much what it is.
Jonas did little bit of like a takeover because everyone who works there now is because of him,
Yeah.
except for Liam. Liam's the only one who is just some kid who just graduated who needed work, but everyone else working there only because of Jonah.
Yep.
And we're gonna get Alex back too,
When is that supposed to happen?
summer, and he's like a really good worker too. So I'm gonna say we're gonna be doing really good. But yeah, it's been interesting. It's definitely been a lot better in the shop. God, it's just so nice.
I just gotta. I'm still waiting for the paychecks to hit just to see like how much money I'm actually making between both jobs.
I mean,
But it's like I'll tell you this now. It's a good thing I made this decision when I did because I am so low on money right now. I never would have thought I would have gotten low with
I
bills. I have car registration coming up for both cars. It
that's
for
rough.
both cars. It's gonna be $500.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
Jesus, man.
and then I'm still trying to pay off my tooth from last year on my credit card. Yeah, it hasn't gone down once because of gas prices. I'm
Damn,
spending more on gas than I am paying off my card. So I gotta like put in more every month.
I don't even touch my credit card. I literally only use it for Uber Eats whenever I feel like getting something. That's almost
You don't
rare since I meal prep everything.
you don't get like rewards for using your credit card for gas?
I do. I just don't care. For me, the rewards aren't the important parts. The credit score.
Dude, I have like $50 just for filling up gas on my credit card.
Well, yeah, I got like 20 something from just Uber Eats order, man. I don't care. Let me tell you, when I get that baby to 100, I'm treating my family out to a meal. But for me, it's more important for my credit score.
I
You
mean,
know,
that just helps you even more, doesn't it?
yes. I don't know, man. You're thinking too much into this. I don't care. I don't care about like with gas prices, dude. I pay around my minimum payment's 35. I put in like
Dude, that's must be so nice.
yeah, my I put in at the minimum double that 70, normally about 100 a month.
That
And
must be so
so
nice.
I try not to spend more than $50 on it. That way I don't take off the whole balance on it. And I still use it a little bit.
I put in
You also have
like
a way higher
250 a week or not a week, a
oh
month.
my
A month.
fucking
Cuz
big rolling over
I
here.
fill up the Civic once a week and then I'm just going to roughly say the
How
Mustangs
do you
every other week.
how do you fill up the Mustang that much? You drive it once a week.
I do drive it pretty hard. When I drive it, I have fun in that car.
Well then stop.
What's the point of driving the car then? I can just run it in the garage and let it waste gas so that way it doesn't die on me.
Well,
I choose to drive it.
yeah, I mean no, I get that, but like
No,
if
like
it
I don't drive it that hard, but like I'm definitely not conserving gas in that
I
car.
feel like for only 4 days of the month that you're driving, you should not have to fill that car up more than once a month. You don't even drive anywhere far. Like, you drive I mean, I guess that makes sense why you're burning more gas. But, like, what what's the farthest you go? To Target?
10 miles.
So,
Round trip is 20 miles.
you should not be burning that much gas. How much fucking gas are you burning, homie?
It's a V8. What do you expect?
Oh my god, my little 4-cylinder engine doesn't know anything about that, man. I don't know.
But no,
You're
like not to
you're
mention
insane.
because I don't go to empty. I fill up at half a tank, and it cost me $50 for half a tank in that car.
You're
If I
insane.
go in empty, easily $100. That's why I don't let it go that low.
Your ass needs a Tesla. Don't you be driving all crazy.
Dude. I'm seriously like I'm about to like start thinking about getting a Tesla. I swear to God,
Must be
they're
nice to be able
affordable.
to think about that.
They're
No, it's
afford.
not.
Yes,
Not
they
for
are.
us. No, it's not.
The what's the cheapest model? Model S.
I I think so. I think that's still like 30 grand.
The Civic is I'm paying 40 grand for my Civic right now. You
That's
realize
you,
that,
man. I
right?
don't want to lease.
No, if I wanted to finance it, that's how much the car's worth. I'm telling you, Teslas are affordable.
They're all right. They're all right.
It's just the only problem, and I'm like, this is the only thing that's like
Oh
really keeping
no.
me from it. When it comes to maintenance, you're fucked
Oh
because you can
yeah.
only take it to certain shops, and they're gonna fuck you in the ass when it comes
Well,
to
I mean,
repairs.
it's all electrical. They charge. I'm pretty sure they. I don't know the prices, but I know for a fact they charge you extra for that shit. It's more
Yeah,
hassle to deal with.
exactly. And then yeah, it's a lot cheaper to charge your car, but I'm pretty sure you have to get a specific unit installed in the house. And that's obviously that's a one-time purchase, but that's another big hit you got to do to have it installed in your own garage just for it to charge.
Do you? I thought I've seen people just plug in shit in the outlets, and they just have this little like a Apple like dongle thing just to
I
get
don't
it plugged in. I don't know.
whenever I see people like whenever I see like videos of people charging shit in their garage, it looks like a big ass circuit box that it looks like they had to get professionally installed. So I'm assuming that
Maybe.
cost them a lot of money.
Maybe. I don't know. Oh man.
But yeah,
Damn,
like
we're not even 20 minutes in.
huh?
Not even 20 minutes in. We've already like strayed away from the whole topic. We're not even talking about life update. We're just talking about our dreams. Our goal. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I already know the world's going more electric. Which look, we may
Well,
disagree.
okay, I remember bringing this up on the trip up.
Yeah, we did talk about this.
If I remember right, it's starting 2040,
25. What?
2025.
Or what are you talking about?
No dealerships are gonna have gas powered cars. I can't remember after what year.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
I
sure
think
it's
it's only the state of California past that.
I think it's 2025 actually.
Is it? Yeah,
I don't
there's
know.
gonna be
Jonah's the one who brought it up.
there's gonna be no gas powered cars. It's all gonna be
Well, they're
electric.
gonna be gas powered cards. You just can't
At
buy them from
dealerships,
dealerships.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah, but
cannot buy a gas powered car.
here it's like, bro,
I care. I
why
want my
would
Mustang.
you you don't need to buy from a dealership. You could buy off someone. That's what fucking eBay and Craigslist and
Yeah,
offer
then
ups
you have to
for.
worry about the cars having nothing but problems.
There's also used car dealerships.
And yeah, you got a
I
point.
can't imagine they're gonna make used car dealerships sell electric only vehicles. They're gonna put them out of fucking business.
I mean, if you mass produce it, no.
Dude, do you realize? I don't know how used car dealerships work. I think people sell their cars there, and that's how they sell them. But that sound like it was crash their business just to get rid of their whole lot.
Well, obviously not all at once, but like over time, if you're mass producing electric
Well,
cars, slowly the gas powered
well,
cars are
yeah.
gonna
As you
diminish.
sell those gas powered cars, you make way for the electric cars, but you wouldn't get rid of them.
Yeah, but eventually you're like I'm not saying immediately, but you're not even gonna be able to buy gas powered cars at the dealership, the used dealership,
Look,
because there's no gas powered cars to
just
buy.
get the Ford Mach-E with the
Yeah,
speakers so you can make it sound like your little V8 Mustang. You can get your little pants tight when you hear it roar.
I
Okay?
saw I drove past a Mach-E the other day and I almost vomited.
They look
They had
so
the
bad.
audacity to put the GT emblem on the trunk. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're going
ET
so
my
much faster in that
ass.
SUV. You go so
Look,
fast.
there's nothing wrong with the car itself. I actually don't think it looks that bad. It's not a Mustang.
No,
It's not a
Mustangs are
Mustang.
made to go fast. Why are we? Why are we?
Mustangs aren't an
Why are we
SUV.
branding an SUV as a sports car?
It's a Mustang is a 2-door muscle car. It's not a fucking 4-door SUV, bro. Stop.
I still to this day don't understand.
So dumb. Tesla needs to make an SUV.
Aren't they making the Cybertruck?
That thing looks dumb.
You got a point, but
Like, look.
they do have an SUV.
Oh, they may
Almost,
have.
kinda. I don't know what model it is, but
I don't
I
know.
know it's like it's supposed to model after an
No,
SUV.
we're gonna look this up because I'm pretty sure you're wrong. I don't think they have one. I can't see where their cursor is.
Well, don't just. I was gonna say, don't start clicking random shit.
I don't think you're right on this at all.
Oh yeah,
That's not an SUV.
how is it not?
Doesn't look like one.
How,
I'm like, this is an SUV. That's an SUV.
that's a minivan.
That is not a minivan.
Yes, it is.
You're stupid.
That's the Model X. What are you talking about? That's Tesla.
That's not a minivan. That's an SUV.
You're just proving my point. Then
Well,
that's Tesla.
yeah, I know.
You
That's why I
just said
looked up.
Tesla needs to make an SUV. I said they do.
I didn't know they had one. I've never seen this before. I've never seen someone drive a Model X.
David Dobrik has one.
Oh, do you think I watched David Dobrik?
You think
Do
I
I
do?
look
You think
12?
I watch him?
You brought him up.
I just know because I see his clips all the time and like the inside the car. You can just tell.
No, but you know what, Taylor? I want to move on to another topic. Now we're just arguing about
enough about
useless,
Teslas.
useless shit. We need to talk about our Vegas trip, buddy.
Yes, sir.
You didn't come home with any strippers. I'm disappointed.
Okay. Full disclosure. I had a real one-to-one man-to-man conversation with Tavien. I said when we're in Vegas, we should at least hit one strip club just for the experience. And he said okay. We didn't go to any strip clubs.
Okay. I was on the fence at first, and I did say yes at first. I don't know if I told you, but I had second thoughts as I was like, we don't have our own car. And this was before that Jonah's mom agreed to let us
Yeah.
use her car. So I was like,
We could have Ubered. I was willing to pay for an Uber. I was willing to pay.
You know how much they're gonna charge us with that Vegas traffic, bro? I didn't
Like
want
I
to
said,
pay.
I was willing to pay.
Like, I've been the one before, and they're not that crazy, bro.
But it's like you have to experience one without your fucking dad. Like
Way to put me on blast there, buddy.
Just to say that you've went. Like you don't have to. I wasn't planning on enjoying it. I was expecting to just be like some fucking
That's
young
some
boy
bullshit.
being like,
You
oh.
wanted
No,
that's
I'm
some
serious.
bullshit. You wanted to be taken to the back. And
No.
You wanted some girls.
You
to
act like
give you
I
a
have the
private
money
dance.
for that.
Hold on, do you mind real quick? What?
Nothing.
Don't judge me.
You
Flavors here.
act like I have the money for that.
I was aware we all came in with a few $100 for the trip.
Anyways.
What? What did you scrounge up some pennies in the couch or something to go on the trip?
Well, paying for your Target run.
Okay, well,
Dude, that shit cost me $150.
I was about $100 of it.
But no,
No,
okay.
my bad. I was 120.
But it's like, it's just to say you've experienced it. Like I said, we didn't have to enjoy it. I was expecting to have a very awkward time in there, but at least I can say I went.
I can assure you, it would have been super awkward.
Well, no shit.
The moment those girls come to talk to us, it's going to be just nothing but awkwardness. It's going to be like brutally awkward, but
at least we can say we did it though.
I guess I guess I don't know. I think that strip clubs are overrated. Also, another thing is we can go with Jonah and his girlfriend.
They didn't have to come with us. I thought we planned this. They go to their concert and we hit up the strip club.
I liked what we did, which was the escape
Yeah.
room. And
Okay, let's backtrack.
do we want to go in chronological order?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so started the trip. We all
what was that the midway stop we went to? Eddie's World?
Eddie.
Oh
Oh
my
my.
god, that place smelled like ass.
Well, first off, leading up to Eddie's World, the drive is fucking brutal. That was just annoying. I ended up falling asleep like with my hand in my head like this. I woke up. I thought I sprained my fucking wrist. That was fun.
I thought I broke my neck with
And
the way
then,
I slept.
oh, oh well. First off, Taylor slept like he. I didn't even know Taylor was asleep. He put his sunglasses on in the fucking car.
Dude,
And so
because it's bright outside.
where the fuck?
I
Oh,
don't think I have glasses in here.
damn it! But he just had his sunglasses. He's just. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, bro, is he up? Is he awake? But we get up. Me and Taylor were Jonah and his girlfriend took us to Eddie's World. It's like a halfway point to Vegas. First off, the first thing, it smelled like complete ass. It smelled like someone shitted right at the door.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's been lingering there all day.
It was
in the
so bad. It was strong. It assaulted my nose.
It made me lose all my appetite for any of the food in there.
Yeah, I can't say it, but it R-word my nose. It was horrible. I could not bear it, bro. It was so bad. And it like kind of went away when we went inside. But it was but it wasn't, the store itself wasn't bad. They had some cool little snacks in there. Some big ass bags of candy, which didn't last me more than about 2 days, so you know. But they had some cool little Funko Pops. Well, actually,
They were all
far
pretty
from cool.
ass.
They were
they
really
were
ass,
bad.
but the fact that they had them.
Yeah.
But
they,
then
they had like pins, keychains, like
yeah,
that was pretty neat.
it wasn't a bad story, but it's just the smell was horrible. But we finished up with Eddie Worlds. We left, and nothing eventful really happened on the way to Vegas after that. I
No,
think
we
we
just
both
got there, had dinner, and it was already late, so there wasn't much to do. Like we just wanted to relax.
Yeah, dude. I don't know about you, but driving takes it out of me so
Yeah.
fucking hard. Like I was so tired.
I take that back. We had dinner, and then didn't we go to the casino? Jonah wanted to go to the casino that
Yeah.
night. And
Jonah, you damn idiot. I tried to tell you they weren't gonna let me in.
no, me and Tavien every time we brought up the Vegas trip before then, we would talk about like what are we gonna do when Jonah's gonna gamble, because we both like we called it. They would like it doesn't matter, like they're gonna ID us no matter how we
Yeah.
approached it.
No, like I told him I thought the best thing would just be to leave me at the timeshare, and then you guys just go and gamble. Because I'm gonna be honest, I've gambled, don't care for it. It's fun with
I'm
friends,
not a
but
fan
like
of gambling myself.
I
never
didn't want to
win.
ruin your guys' night because I can't do anything, which is not necessarily what ended up happening. You didn't end up gambling.
I wasn't gonna gamble anyways.
Yeah, but Jonah and his girlfriend gambled. I don't remember if they won anything. I don't think they did. I remember this was at South Point. Yeah, this was at South Point. Me and Taylor ended up just wandering around the casino.
The dude spent like 20 minutes repainting the walls in the bathroom.
Oh my god.
Like, oh my, I'm just standing there with a
No
finger up my
shame.
ass waiting for him.
No shame. I blew that fucking toilet up. Oh my god. I felt so ashamed because there was some dude cleaning, the janitor next to me, like, well, not next to me, but in the stall next to me cleaning it. I couldn't help it. Like, this was about 2 pounds of peach rings, a big ass bowl of, what did I eat? I think I ate like oatmeal and some frosted flakes.
Didn't we eat In-N-Out on the way too?
And we had some
So
In-N-Out, baby.
You had a 4x4.
I had a 4x4 with the large milk vanilla shake and some fries.
Oh my god.
And I about pushed everything out of me. So that took me like, no shit, like maybe like nigh of 10 minutes. It was really bad. But once we got that out of the way, that little fucking journey, I think we went to the bowling alleys, and holy shit, is the bowling cheap as hell there. It was like $3 per person.
The only problem was the hours are so weird.
They're kind of confusing.
You can't bowl. You can't bowl because there's tournaments, and there's like reservations that open at 9 p.m. and then bowling doesn't actually start till 10.
Yeah.
And then there's like a happy hour between like 2 to 5, but you have to hope to get a lane because that's when all the leagues are playing. So it's like there's maybe like 4 lanes open. It was really weird.
Yeah, but we ended up then going to the arcade, and
We just played basketball.
I proceeded to whoop Taylor's ass in some basketball. For normal, as usual. You had one game where you did
I had
well.
advantage. That's all I gotta say.
But that was pretty much our first night in Vegas. We got home. I think me and Taylor watched a few episodes of Black Clover.
No, that night you had this hard on for Boruto.
Oh
You
yeah, I
had
wanted to show
you
him
had to show
Boruto.
me how good Boruto was.
Okay, let me clarify because I understand that Boruto's not for everyone. I think the manga, I'd give like a 7 or 8 out of 10. I think it's really good. I just think that the character Boruto himself is overhated because he was a little bitch in like the first few volumes, but he got a lot better. The anime is a whole nother bitch. That's like a 2 out of 10 if you include all the filler, but without filler, it's not that bad. Now it's a slow start. You know, you don't see Naruto Sasuke for like
that's
20,
typically
30
how Naruto is.
episodes. But once you get going, it gets going. So I was trying to get him into it. He just wasn't having it. I can tell he doesn't care. He's not going to watch it. But yeah, I watched a few episodes of that.
I don't even think we watched Black Clover that night.
No, he didn't. I told you we'd watch it another time. Oh, no, you wanted to watch My Dress Up Darling. Oh, my God. You want to talk about hard-ons. God, this guy's pants were about to rip.
We'll bring that up later.
His pants were about to rip at the mere mention of it. I was like, oh, my God.
Okay, first of all, I was just joking until you actually said, let's watch it.
No, he wasn't.
No, I was
not.
Because I said the same thing about watching Bunny Girl Senpai. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro.
But
I was just messing with you.
You were pitching a tent there in that bed.
I was. And hold on, I have one thing to say. It is like, I felt so bad because our feet smelled so bad. I was afraid it lingered out through the house. Because
I would be surprised.
Not the first night, but the rest of the nights that we were there, we would go down because they had a basketball court. So we played basketball every night for maybe like 30 minutes before they shut down the lights.
10.
And then me and him hit up the little gym that they had. Of course, I had no other choice. I wasn't about to sit in my bed alone with no one in the when I say alone, like with no one in the room, like there's no point. I might as well just hang out with you. So I worked out with Tavien every night. So our feet smelled so bad.
It smelled bad.
Jesus Christ.
It smelled bad. I know Taylor and Jonah are listening. Feel free to comment if it stank up the house.
Jesus Christ, dude.
It smelled
I had to. It sucked too because the window we had, there's no screen filter to block anybody from just crawling through our window, because we were like, you open our window and you can jump out the window and like there's the walkway and everything.
Yeah.
And there's no screen filter blocking that, so I couldn't open the window, but I cracked it at least a little bit just for the smell to escape. It was so bad.
Yeah, that window's no joke. Jonah's stepdad scared the fuck out of me when he just turned around the corner. But it was like midnight, like it's like 12 a.m. And I go to open the window to like breathe some like non-foot fungus air. Jonah's stepdad, Benny, just comes from fucking nowhere from the shadows and scares the shit out of me. That was fun. But yeah, what did we do the second day? That was a Friday.
Was that Friday?
Was that Korean?
No, that was
barbecue?
Thursday.
No,
Friday,
Thursday was our first night.
Yeah, Friday, we went to the Japantown. We went to a manga shop. First of all, that manga shop, 80% of it was just 3 of the same Jujutsu Kaisen novels. It was what, 12, 13, and 14?
I don't even think it was that. I think it was just, no, it was 15 because that's where I bought my.
Like, holy fuck, dude.
Hey, I was happy. I bought my my jingle jangles on my
Yeah,
keys.
that's really cool.
This was a steal for like $9, 9 or $8. Um, the manga shop, I liked it, but yeah, the selection was small. It was all of the, it was like only the popular mainstream stuff. You got Kaiju number 8, Jujutsu
Have you read that
Kaisen.
yet? I haven't opened
No,
it.
I'm going to touch it because I just finished Jujutsu Kaisen. Bomb fucking volume. So good. Dude,
You're making me want to read it.
bro, I'm telling you this. When it gets animated, it's going to be the best arc in anime, whatever season it's animated. I guarantee it. Unless it's Attack on Titan that's being aired at the same time.
Yeah.
It's going to be so fucking good. I think you should read it. I think if you're going to read a manga, like actually commit to one, it should be that one. It only gets better.
Anyways,
But yeah, we had that. Oh, that's where we got this. We discovered this delicious treat called Spam Musubi.
God.
Now Taylor's, he.
Okay, no, hold on. Before you judge me like you're about to,
I'm
I just
already.
wanted to see what it would be like homemade. So I did make it myself, and let me tell you, it tasted just like the shop. It was so fucking good.
How'd you get? No, I can ask you that afterwards. I was gonna say. How'd you get the rice's stick?
It's just jasmine. I mean, rice is sticky in general. It's just regular. I just use jasmine rice. So like,
Hmm.
I saw a video. It was like a little life hack that you can do. Because like obviously you can't just mold it with your hands. Like that's not gonna work.
Yeah, let's say. Did
So
you need to
what
use
what what
the?
what I saw, the Spam can is about the size of what the musubi is. So you get um what the clear wrap, saran wrap, and you tuck it into the can, load it with rice, put the egg in, put the Spam in, top it off with rice, squish it down, and when you pull it out, pull the saran wrap out, it's in perfectly shaped as the musubi. And then as you unravel it, you just wrap it in the seaweed and that's it. Because the seaweed sticks to the rice. And that's it.
Hmm, nice. But yeah, so we did that. And first, let me say, there was a K-pop concert. I think that Saturday, which is
BTS.
what the big event for Jonah and his girlfriend was. And oh my god, there were so many fucking fans everywhere. Of course, they were in like the the onigiri shop. I don't know what the name was, but they were playing BTS all over the TVs.
The sleeves that the onigiri came in were
Yeah, they gave us
BTS
little
sleeved.
sleeves for it, which were all BTS themed. And like, okay, that area makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think it was literally on the way when we got back to the
Yeah,
timeshare that
there's
day
a
that we ran into a whole group of like, it was like 12 people, all huge BTS fans, like all
yeah.
decked out in their clothes.
When I first saw them, I thought there was a rave going on that night. My initial thought was, oh, these people, these are rave girls. But then Jonah's like, BTS fans? And then
Yeah.
they do, oh my god, oh my god.
But I did not realize just how big their fandom was in America. Oh my god. Um, what else? What else did we do that day?
After that, it was
I
just
think
the
that
Korean
was
barbecue.
yeah, I think that was the Korean barbecue day. It was. The Korean barbecue was good, but
Yeah.
like nothing crazy. I don't think it really stood out to me.
I had to
I did
carry.
like it though.
We ordered a bottle of soju. I had to carry that fucking bottle.
Taylor took like 3 or
Everybody,
4 shots
everybody
of
took
it.
one shot, and I pretty much finished the bottle. I ended up taking 4 shots of the soju.
Yeah, I think. Well, did Benny?
He took
I don't.
one.
He took one. Jonah and his girlfriend took one. Did his mom take one?
Because she was driving.
Oh yeah, yeah. So me, the only ones who didn't drink with me and his mom, and you down the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
That was out of obligation. You had to do that.
Yeah. I'll be
The
honest with
food.
you, it did that didn't do shit to me. I don't know if it's because like it's not the alcoholic content isn't as high, but
You're just an alcoholic. It's the Angry Orchards.
yeah.
They've trained you.
The
But
hard ciders,
yeah.
not hard liquor, hard ciders.
What did I call them? You got really offended. I called them something. Seltzers.
I
Uh,
no, I didn't get offended. I just looked at you weird because it's like, what about that is a seltzer?
oh, I don't fucking know alcohol, dude. I don't drink it all. So I was like,
Any seltzer is just a heavily carbonated drink.
I
A
thought
seltzer is just a heavily
seltzer.
carbonated
I thought they
alcohol.
had alcoholic seltzers.
They do.
Yeah,
It's
so I thought
heavily carbonated.
that's what the orchards were. I don't fucking drink, man. Damn. Get off my case. Um,
I mean, that's pretty much what happened Friday. And then when
yeah.
obviously we played basketball, hit the gym.
Yeah,
And
we did
then
the
we
same.
finally watched Black Clover that night.
We did watch Black Clover, and my God, was it a fucking grind. It's not bad at all. It's just Asta. Oh my
We
God.
tried warning you.
It's like listening to chalk or fucking nailed on a chalkboard. After a while, it just gets so much screaming. He doesn't like. It's not like okay, Naruto, Luffy. Like Luffy laughs a lot, and he's always like being funny. Naruto yells sometimes,
That the bio?
but like they don't. They don't do it. They don't overdo it. You know. Well, maybe Naruto with his fucking data bio, like he's always saying that, but like it never feels overdone. With Asta, he literally doesn't talk. If he talks, he's always screaming.
Yeah.
It's so much. It's too much. And like it's funny at first.
It's annoyingly funny.
And then when you're 20 minutes into the 20th episode, it's not so funny anymore. It's just grating on the ears. Like, and the situations never warrant him screaming. Like he's
That's just how
he's
just
playing cards like
Yeah.
like he's just like
he's cleaning the house. Yeah.
Like, dude, this is ridiculous. But it's not bad at all. I did enjoy it. I think no, that was in the day we watched a certain anime.
Yeah, no, I think that was Saturday.
So
then
watched
Saturday came.
Saturday.
The original plan was we wanted to go escape room. There's a pinball museum.
The HyperX gaming thing.
Yeah, it was a gaming cafe, right?
Gaming, yeah, like giant gaming cafe or something like
that. Yeah. So we were supposed to get up super early. Me and Tavien were up and ready by like 9 o'clock.
By the way, Jonah, you have no excuse. Me and Taylor went to bed at like 1 or 2 a.m. every morning and was still up before you.
Yeah. And I was showered and showered and everything.
His mom was like, "You guys better be up by 9 a.m." and we were the first ones up, despite staying up the latest.
Dude, I think that night we didn't go to bed till like 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we were watching anime the whole night.
Well, no, we just got home so late.
Did we?
Because remember we had to pick up McDonald's. We didn't get home till like 1 o'clock in the morning.
That was Saturday night, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the night before we left.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, so we were supposed to do all three of those things, but Jonah and his girlfriend, we didn't see them up until like what, 10, 11 o'clock?
10, 11, yeah.
And then his girlfriend had a project due.
She was doing animation.
That's right. Yeah, there's an animation that she had to do, so we couldn't do anything. We had to wait for her to finish, and then we had to reserve for the escape room, and like the soonest was like 3 o'clock. So there's no point on us going out and like going to do all this stuff and then have to worry about making a reservation.
Yeah.
So me and Tavien we stayed in the room. I watched. I watched him fail so many times doing this mission on Naruto, and he would rage and go to 2K, and then he would get shit on by these bots.
Okay. First off, I'm a real gamer. Okay, I like a little bit of a challenge when I play games. Okay, so the 2K thing, I'm not that bad at 2K. I literally play on Hall of Fame, which you can ask this little dipshit over here since he wants to call me out. If you don't fucking get a green on all your shots, you're not making shit.
I mean, that's just 2K in general.
You couldn't make the ball hit the side of a goddamn barn if you don't get a green. It's ridiculous.
That's how 2K is now.
Yeah, and
it's not even about being Hall of Fame. Like you can play on the rookie and it's still like that.
No. I'll give you rookie. Taylor.
I play on rookie.
Taylor. That's because your character's ass. But
I have it. Oh, hold on. My player. First of all, when I played 2K, it was like it was on sale for $20. I'm like, okay, I can spend like $20 just to upgrade my player. I got his 90. The first player I made, His 3-point shooting was 93. And tell me why, if it wasn't green, I could be wide open. I have all the fucking shooting badge. I had like 15 Hall of Fame shooting badges. If it's not green, it's not going in.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this. I don't play my career. I play my league, which is just like you literally just play in the NBA league with 30 teams. You can pick which ones you play with. It's just simulation basketball. Maybe it's different how the settings work because maybe they make it a bit more challenging in the my career. But on rookie mode, you can make almost any shot if you have the right badges. But yeah, so I played on Hall of Fame, of course, and I didn't get shitted on. This was like I had already played like 70 something games in this league. Mind you, I skip a few of them, but this was playoffs. So I tweaked the difficulty a little bit. I think it's a little bit harder for playoffs. I downloaded these realistic settings off the 2K servers they have. That shit's fucking brutal. You were Taylor, don't do me dirty like that. You watched me drop like 40, 14, and like 15.
I'm just messing with you. The only way you could score is if you just abuse the pick and roll.
Okay, well, yeah. In that mode, if I didn't get a pick and roll, I'm not scoring. I think I hit a couple of deep threes off good timing, but like,
yeah.
If I'm telling you, if the defender is on you, they're on your ass.
Even if it's green, it doesn't matter.
They're literally sniffing your ass like mid play, dude. They are fucking hounding you.
Yeah.
It is so hard to score. And the Naruto thing was the little final challenge.
That shit's impossible.
It was 10 in a row, and whatever health you had in the last fight, you get a little health boost. If you get S tier fights, does it like give you a really good portion. Other than that, it's such a fucking slog.
So I watched him fail at that. So then he got fed up with all those games. So we watched anime. When did we watch? Did we watch Dress Up Darling that night, or was it Friday night?
Watched.
No, it was that morning. I showed you
that morning.
My Dress Up
Darling.
You showed
up. We watched.
I warned it. Okay, so first of all, Tavien genuinely wanted to give an episode a try.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Before you start making fun of me about me fantasizing about that show. Okay. And I warned him. Just like any anime. The first couple episodes are always boring because they got to develop the character. So he goes, well, I don't want to watch the first episode. So I went to like the most exciting episode to where they're in like a love hotel. You have to admit, that was genuinely funny.
I will give you it was funny. Some of the scenarios, one in particular, like, okay, I think the concept and everything, it's not for me. Like, I don't care. Oh, she's this cute anime girl. She wants to do cosplays. If that's your thing, it's fine. I'm a dumb, monkey-brained guy. I just like shonens. I like fists being thrown and powers being pulled out of their ass.
Says the one that watched Konosuba.
I like. Okay, well, Konosuba is funny. Konosuba is really funny.
You're saying My Dress Up Darling isn't? That was funny. That's how all the episodes are. I promise.
I think Konosuba is a little funnier. I think it's more witty.
Okay.
I've never seen anime with the dude whose only power is to steal panties. You name me one, buddy.
I'm pretty sure, from what my friend told me, High School DxD, his like special power is like he rips off their shirt or something like that.
That doesn't count. That's literally like 2 scenes away from being a hentai. I don't want to hear about that. Konosuba has respect. They don't do all that, okay?
Okay, anyways. So we watched an episode of My Dress Up Darling. And then I don't know what possessed us to look for shows like that, but we ran across
an interesting one.
It's called World Ends Harem. And it caught our, because it was under trending, wasn't it?
No, it was just under the harem category.
No, because we didn't know what harem meant. So we're like, okay. So we clicked on a random harem, and the first episode entitled "The World is Ending." There's 5 million women and 5 men.
5 billion women and 5 men. Yep.
And then it was like the men have to mass reproduce when the
Well,
with the
I didn't
women.
even read the rest of it. I just knew the moment I heard it. I
Yeah,
was like, I already know
yeah.
what's going on.
So out of sheer comedy, we started watching that. We got like 2.5 episodes in.
That,
That show is something else.
yeah, it is. It is really
Jesus.
weird.
First of all, I hate the main character.
Oh my God. I made this vow to this woman who's, what am I, 5 years in the future? All men are dead. She might even be dead for all I know, but I made a vow to her. She'd be my one and only. In a world where the human race is
Let's not
dying
mind the
because there's
fact
no
there's
children.
4.9 billion other women ready to fuck me on command.
Well, that's why you're not an anime protagonist, buddy. Weak ass Will over there. You got no willpower.
like you would.
I wouldn't succumb to such worldly urges. Come on now. Come on now. I'm better than that, all right, pal?
We're better than that.
No, not at all. You get me 4.9 billion of those girls. I'm fulfilling my duty to the human race.
There's a specific scene that we were cracking up because the dude, he had like some like disease, and like he went into like this incubation little thing that like made him asleep for 5 years, and that's why the only
Yeah,
reason why
they're
he was able
gonna.
to survive, because there's 4 other men that went under the same thing, and that's why
Yeah,
they're alive.
yeah.
But when he came out, he like rushed outside to like
Yeah.
public. Mind you, the society doesn't know that men are alive. As far as they know, it's only women. So they saw the guy, and with this one particular girl
Oh, she was bold.
jumped on him and was
Oh,
like, she was ready to
she
rape
came out
him.
of nowhere and fucking RKO'd him.
Yeah,
She
that
wanted
gets.
that dick really bad. It's so weird.
Me and Taven we were dying.
We were
when
done.
we
I think
saw
that's when
that.
Jonah finally came in. He
Yeah.
saw what we were watching. But yeah, it was about everything I expected from the title. um, I'm I'm gonna or not well, I'm going to tell about a sin that I committed that very same day. I got curious, and no, I think we were in. No, I think we were already watching. I was like, I'm gonna look up the manga for this.
Okay, yeah, that's another thing. Okay, obviously, rightfully so, they had to blur out the parts where they were naked. But it was so poorly edited. They put such a big black box. You might as well just black out the screen because you can't even see what's going on. I'm not saying I wanted to see anything, but the
Okay,
boxes were so fucking big. It's like, what am I watching at this point?
they did overdo it. Like,
Like
okay, like look,
all you have to do is put a big block on the titties and a big block on the ass. They did one huge block to the point where you can only see the head.
look. I don't care for these kind of shows, but if you're gonna animate a hentai, you do have to show a bit more.
Yeah.
You can't cover up.
You can't cover up the cleavage.
You
Come on.
can't cover up her whole body. I think we didn't really watch too much of it.
No.
I
Like, we
did.
only got 2 episodes in.
I didn't read the manga. I only looked at the parts that we watched just to see. I was like, I wonder if these are censored. They weren't. But that was interesting. I
I think it's safe to
didn't
say
care
we're
for it.
never watching that show again.
Never watching
That
it
was
again.
way too weird.
That was really weird. That's not what I look for in my Crunchyroll. So I think we watch more Black Clover. Okay, that's fine. But
So after that, Jonah's like his eye caught onto the Tamagotchi.
Tomodachi. Yet Jonah read the whole thing.
I don't even know what it's about.
It's about some gambling game.
Oh.
Or no. Let me try to remember. I think so. There's like 5 students, I think. They all go to like some sort of private school, and they had some like fund for a trip that was like $2.2 million, like US dollars. Someone stole it in the group. And so this little, I think the little kid robot thingy kidnaps them and makes them go through these games to, I think, erase the debt. And if they lose the games, they add more to the debt. And Jonah told me it was actually good. First off, this dude like read it literally. He's the one who turned it on. He watched the first episode. It piqued his interest. He started reading it. I'm pretty sure he finished it by the
Before
time
we
we
got
got back
home,
from
yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah. But
Is insane.
and I think by then after that we went to the escape room. First of all, you can like Tavien can vouch for me. I was talking down on the escape room the whole time because I thought it was just gonna be some like half-assed stuff where you just blow through the course. So I wasn't too excited when we were initially going. But let me tell you, like that shit was actually really interesting.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what'd you say? Sorry, I have a my mother is texting me.
The
So I'd
escape
rather
room,
not
like
get
it
my
was
ass
actually
beat.
really interesting. Like they I did not think they were able to jerry rig everything the way they did. When we first got there, they advertised it as a laundromat. And then there's like there's like a note where we had to like I said use the phone. And then when you picked up the phone it says put in the code. And we're like we're not already in this, are we? We haven't even paid for it. So then we turn around, there's the big was it 666 on the wall or
Huh?
777 for the code.
I think it was 777.
777. And then this fucking door open. And then there's the like the lobby for the escape room. I don't know how they did that. But like that's how I knew that shit was gonna
That
be
was
good.
cool. And I on it
That was
props to
cool.
these people. I think they would have let our asses just if we never figured out they would have
Yeah,
just
they
let
would have
us
just
be
left us
stuck
there.
But it was cool. I actually really liked it a lot. And I will admit, there was one good jump scare that was not intended. So we get set up and everything. They made us watch these little videos like explaining the intro and like the do's and don'ts. And so we're in it. We're like maybe what 10, 15 minutes into it. We've gotten maybe a handful of clues.
We're okay,
I
first of all, just to give you context, the theme was
it was
it was a cabin.
a cabin
And it was
with
like
a murderer
it was
loose
like
on
a
the loose.
Jason type thing where like you're a group of 5 friends, they all went missing, and you got to figure out what happened to them before the killer comes back to the scene. So we were able to manage to get into the cabin and we're looking for clues. And they told us if we want any hints, just use the walkie and ask us. And they like did a little role play on the walkie. They're like, help me, like, oh, I'm scared. So it's like we knew the walkie was working. And then we got stuck because we didn't know what we were looking for. So Jonah was trying to use the walkie to ask for help. The walkie wasn't working, and I think
Yeah.
it was because he was pressing too many buttons at once.
I
So
think
it
he
wasn't.
accidentally might have changed the channel
Yeah,
or
he changed the
something.
channel by accident.
But
So we're all just kind of looking. We realized the walkie didn't work, and then also Tavien. I'll let you
so
explain it.
okay, so they're all like in this little cabin thing. They're all closer to this little table desk, which is away from the door. I go outside because there's like this little porch area where we found a clue
Yeah.
to get in. So I'm like, I'll check again to see if maybe we left something there. And this lady comes out from the fucking darkness and opens the door like, "Ah!" They all saw me jump and
No,
recoil.
mind you. Okay, so mind you, the only thing we saw, we're all looking for clues. We knew Taven was at the door. As far as for me, all I heard was "hello," and I see this creepy like she was pretty short
She
for how
was.
short I was. She was pretty short, so I just see this little tiny head pop in. Hello, and you're like this on the door, like what the fuck?
She made no noise. She had no light. It was dark out there. She just came from
No, dude,
nowhere.
it scared all of us. Oh my god.
Gave me a fucking heart attack. I thought there was an actual killer on the loose. I was like, oh man. But yeah, it was fun. I will admit we were horrible. We sucked. I feel like Taylor.
We got pretty far.
I feel like Taylor, not you. The
Yeah,
Jonah or yeah, Jonas Taylor actually like carried us.
eas easily.
I also feel like me and Taylor were also disrespected at the end because at the end we get into
No,
this
no,
little
no.
secret
Okay,
compartment.
hold on. You can explain it first, but I'll tell you why I did what I did.
So we got to about the end part of the cabin, and what is revealed, which I thought was cool, is there's this two-way mirror, which when the light is turned on the other side of the mirror, you see these little fake bodies hanging, and it looks cool. And then when the lights turn off all of a sudden, You can't see through the mirror. It just works as a normal mirror. I thought that was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, so we figure that little part out, and then the fireplace, it opens up.
We were able to get that open.
It opens up and it leads you into that little room. And so there's like a little note, and he's talking about all the weapons he uses to, disembowel and cut up the bodies, and he highlights all the weapons. So Taylor was like, I think she said like, let's just try. There was I think it was a 5-lettered combo lock that unlocked the hatch. No, unlocked the little compartment we need to get a UV light, and that was the last thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, let's just use the first letters of all the instruments in order. And I was like, okay, that works. So I went to go do it. And Tara's like, it would never be that simple. It would never work. And then, what do you know? The lock opens up after I put them in. And meanwhile, mind you, while I was putting in the lock, I have big hands. I'm not very nimble with my hands. So, like, I was constantly, as I would turn one, I'd mess up the one before that. So I have to go back and turn that one back. So it took me a little while, longer than it should have. He was like, this dude was talking match. He was like, I can't believe you thought that would work. That would never work. It's so simple. And it immediately opened.
No. Here's what really happened. First of all, we had 10 minutes left. And as far as we knew, there was another room. We didn't know that was the last thing we had to do. And when I was reading off that list, it was a 5 combo lock, but I already read off like 7 murder weapons. So when she commented, maybe it's the first letter of every item, that's why I said it can't be that simple, because I named off 7 weapons. So I didn't know how that was supposed to work.
Yeah.
So then you guys tried it. I gave this guy a good amount of time to actually give it a couple goes. And at this point, like, they said call for a hint at any time. The escape room was almost over. As far as we knew, like, that wasn't the last thing we had to do. So I'm like, okay, let's just hurry up and ask for a hint so we can move on, because like clearly we can't think of anything else that it could be. So as I'm calling for the hint and as they're talking on the radio, this motherfucker finally unlocks it. That's what happened. Okay.
I don't
But no,
remember
in
the
my
hint part.
defense, like I said, I named off 7 weapons and it was a 5 combo lock. So that's why I said that would never work.
Well, and he didn't want to give me the credit that I deserved after the escape room. Davey did nothing.
You didn't do anything.
I tried.
The only thing you did was that stupid the maze in the pipes for the lock on the
And look,
the
and I did the other one
fireplace.
too. I did the other maze.
After 5 minutes.
What are you talking about?
Wait, what other maze?
The maze at the one we went to when they went to concert.
Which maze? What maze?
Remember? Look, it's getting a little far ahead, but
I know what you're talking about.
Heart. Yeah.
I let you do that one. What are you talking about? Because no, I started from, like, I traced where you had to go, and then you started, and I guided you.
Yeah, but you were really slow with the guiding. You should have solved that in like 2 seconds, Mr. 140 IQ.
Anyways, so we finished the escape room.
Yeah.
By that point, there wasn't much downtime before Joan and his girlfriend had to go to the concert.
I think so. Yeah, after the escape room, we went to go get food.
Did we get food?
Yeah.
What did we do?
You got
I
Five
got 5
and
guys.
then we got the Hawaiian. So then after the food, they went back timeshare. They were getting ready for the concert. Me and Taylor were like, well, we kind of want to do more with the rest of our day.
I told Tavien, I said, you will see me dead in the bathroom if you think I'm going to sit in this room the whole time while they're in the concert. I said that verbatim.
Me and him were tired of watching Black Clover and smelling feet, so
I told Tavien, like, you're better off seeing me dead if you think I'm going to stay in this room.
I went to go ask Jonah's mom. I was like, hey, I know it's a big request and all, considering we're most likely not on the insurance, but would you let us take your car, or would you be willing to drive us so that we could do like another escape room and still hang out with her at the concert? She contemplated a little bit, said, all right, but only if Taylor's driving. And I was like, that's fine. I told her I had a
clutch, by the way.
Well, yeah. I have a heavy foot a little bit when I drive, obviously, because my foot probably weighs more than what most of our viewers weigh. So, like, it's a little difficult. So, I don't blame her. Especially in a car with a sports, I don't know if it has a sports engine, but it has a sports mode.
Yeah.
But so we went to a second escape room, and I liked the theme. The theme was nice. Did not realize how difficult that fucking thing was.
Jesus
That was like 2 times. That was like
Christ.
10 times harder than the last one.
Just as a reference, like with the place we went to, it was the second hardest room.
It was the third, and it had only a 20% success rate. And I was with like, she said the average like group was like a size of 4. So we went with half the group size, almost no experience because it was our second one in like 4 hours. And we picked the third hardest one.
Yeah.
So,
but the theme was cool. Like that's why we picked it. It was what?
it was
Murder
a mansion murder. Yeah. But that one was just a struggle fest.
God,
I feel so bad for the games master. She did her she worked her ass off to help us out, and we were fucking lost. Okay, so there was one part that just killed the whole run for us, which was
it
the safe. There was a part where did
we have the second room opened up already?
The second room was opened up. The third room wasn't opened up.
Yeah.
You remember the safe? You were telling me the numbers.
Oh my God,
we
couldn't do simple math.
So we could not do simple math first off. But besides that, that's not what messed us up. What messed us up was there's a safe, and it only allows you to have 3 tries. Now,
no, I know what you're talking about now.
So I fucked this one up, but I'll explain why. Okay, so like we're doing the math and everything. We're trying to like calculate what the code could be. We think we finally landed on a combo.
Yeah.
Now, me being the ape-brained individual that I am, see at work, because I'm because I'm assistant manager, I know our safe code at work, and there's a certain way you have to enter it. And so I instinctively was like, safe. Okay, I have to press C for clear, then to turn it on. Little did I know that every time I press clear, that counted as a try. And so even if we had gotten the code right, I would have continued to mess it up. But I pressed clear, and because it did a long beep, which for our safe means that you entered the code wrong, I was like, okay, let me try it again. Clear. And it stopped beeping. I was like, fuck. Shit. And Taylor was like, mind you, Taylor's like a mad scientist. He's like, 2, 6, 8, 9. I was like, Taylor, hey buddy,
hold on,
the safe doesn't work.
There's a note on the safe saying, put in the code, then hit pound. That's all there was. That's all the note said.
I'm not smart,
Simple
bro.
instructions.
I'm not
put
smart
in
at
the
all.
code and hit pound.
God, I was
and
working...
they warned us before we started. You only get 3 tries on the safe before it just auto locks.
So we did so bad. The lady came in and she basically told us, well, first off, we did the whole little, there was a part where you're supposed to work with these
it showed
family crest.
Yeah, so it's like a picture of all the family crests and like their own like little emblems. And behind it, like it was something we had to unlock where it gave you like this see-through screen and there's like a couple holes here and there. And you're supposed to put it in front of the picture, and like the holes designated what families you had to pick out and like what color, and that it like deciphers a code to open up one of the doors. First of all, we put it in upside down. We got the majority of them right, but we got 2 wrong because we put it in upside down.
Yeah.
So that fucked us.
Yeah, so we would have never gotten even past the safe part anyway.
The lady had to give us the code just for us to, just because she wanted us to complete it. So she just gave us the code because she saw we were struggling. And then we got to the part, she, like, at this point, she's just telling us what to do. So she said, ring the bells and a light should pop up. And I think in both of our minds, there were bells in the room. So I was like hitting the bells. I'm like, do you see any lights flickering? And Tavien's like, no.
Little did we know.
That's where we lost because like the time was up.
There was buttons in there was like 2 or 3 buttons in each room.
It's like a doorbell.
It was like a doorbell thing, and it would light up to indicate where the bells were, what bell to ring.
Yeah, and it obviously the bells had numbers on it to
let's just say
decipher this code.
It was not our smartest moment.
Jesus Christ. We maybe got like a little bit past halfway. because we still had a ways to go from what she
Yeah.
showed us,
Yeah.
and
No, we
we
didn't
would
get
have never
halfway.
gotten
I
it
think we got 75%, but that 25% would have killed us. We would have made it
because
through.
it had us read. It led us to a newspaper, and we had to read the newspaper, and like obviously like they bolded words to
Yeah.
give you a big hint, but like it to me it made no sense. If she wasn't there telling like babying me, I would have never guessed it.
No. She was a sweetheart though about it. She was a very nice lady.
Yeah,
Um I feel bad because she was like, yeah, we had like our new game host help you guys. So like,
she didn't do much.
yeah, she wasn't able. I'm pretty sure she was running multiple games,
Yeah,
but yeah, so it's like that's probably already stressful dealing with us two. We were fucking brain dead. You could have put like chimps in there and they would have gotten farther than us. It was really
I
bad.
will say at the beginning we did it. We powered through the beginning. It wasn't until we hit that second room.
Well, yeah, because the beginning was a maze.
We had to put the maze. We had
It
to
was a
put the heart
maze and
on
a
the
fucking
picture.
poem.
We had to put the heart on the picture, and then we had to play. It had us read piano. I don't know how to read piano. Like we had to ask for so many hints because
Yeah,
it was they gave us piano notes.
that's very bold of you. Escapology to assume that
Yeah.
us two apes with our minds together could even read a single piano
But like
note.
it wasn't until it gave us a certain hint. They're like one of the family names only has a 4-letter name, and you had to play the keys designated to his letters. And like on the sheet, it showed like the piano keyboard, and it shows like which keys to play, like A through G, and that's why you had to pick only a 4-letter name with any letters that are A through G, and it happened to be Gabe, I think. So then we had to play it on the
Yeah.
piano, and like we were both struggling, and it wasn't until like I just started hitting all the keys. Half of them didn't play, and then the ones that did play. I'm like, okay, these are the keys we're supposed to play, and then I played Gabe, and door opened. But I think we did a pretty good job at the beginning.
The
And
beginning,
then
yeah, but it just went downhill
the
from there.
the
So
one
far
the one
downhill.
thing that real like if we didn't ask for a hint, we would have got fucked. There was a table with 2 little pigs on it that were supposed to be for 2 cogwheels. We managed to find the
Oh,
2 cogwheels, but it was like each cogwheel it was A through Z 1 through 10, like all around the entire cogwheel, and there was a dot on I believe both A's, and I didn't know we had to line up the dots when we put it on the table. So I completely ignored that because I knew we were never going to be able to use that properly. And it wasn't until the hint said line up the dots before you decide use that as the decipher.
yeah, but
I got really mad at that because it's like, how the fuck are you supposed to expect us to see a dot? It was a
I,
tiny dot.
I think you just have to like be experienced when you get to those harder ones. I think it's almost like a certain mindset. You have to be eagle-eyed. You have to have like a good eye for that
Yeah.
kind of detail. Something that probably only comes if you've had experience with them.
Yeah.
I honestly thought for our second time, and especially just us two, we didn't do that bad.
Mm-mm.
I
Especially
think we
for
should have,
how fucking dumb we are.
as much as I love a challenge, I think we should have picked an easier one.
See, I was afraid of like, us getting too easy.
Yeah, I don't want to go in like baby mode and then like, oh, we spent our $40 to fucking
Spend
solve
5 minutes.
children fucking playground, clues.
But so yeah, that was that. And then afterwards, you were like dying to go to the strip. Like you wanted
I
to go to the strip the whole entire trip.
I thought I like the strip.
Yeah,
I like walking down.
but it
It's
was
a nice
funny
place.
because you call. How did you get his mom's number?
I just had it in my phone.
Okay,
No, I'm just playing. No, Jonah.
you asked Jonah to ask his mom to
Yeah,
go to the strip,
and then
he gave
he
you the
sent
number, right?
his mom's number to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we called his mom because Tavien really wanted to go to the strip, and at first she said no because it's like it was getting late.
yeah.
Mind you, Jonah got hurt at the concert. Make a long story short,
I don't even think we knew
the
this
show
yet.
no, the show didn't even start. Jonah was like with how the BTS concert was, the way that they had assigned seating. So he was going to a seat, and from what he explained, as he was getting into the row seats, it's one way in, one way out. It's not like a
Yeah.
movie theater where you can go 2 ways out. So, and it's just like a movie theater where everybody has to like pretty much sit straight up just so you can walk past. And as he was going to a seat, this girl, a big ass picture popped up on the jumbotron, and she like freaked out and she like jumped up out of her seat, and it just so happened Jonah was right there, and she like shoved him down like 2 flights of stairs, and like his leg got caught in one of the seats, and he fucked up his leg. That's the way he explained it.
It's so bizarre to me, these fans. Like,
It's
it's
a
not like the
picture.
show started.
It's a picture.
It's not like he went on stage and blew a kiss to you.
Yeah.
It's a fucking little like pre-show like images. They're flashing images of just like the band members.
You know a show starts when the lights dim. I'm pretty sure that's common sense, right? Lights dim when the show starts.
These BTS stands are fucking insane. They would kidnap these members to keep them in their basements. Like they're on some stan shit, some Eminem stan shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre.
Anyways, so that happened. So then we call his mom, ask if we can go to the strip. She goes, no, I don't think that's a good idea. Jonah's injured. Like, just come home. And we were
maybe this was like maybe 10 minutes after that. We were
driving
on one
home.
of the little highways, and she ended up calling us. She was like, okay, I'll work with you guys. You guys have to be back by, I think, 12.
No, she just said be back by a reasonable time. And
she said 11. She said 11.
You said like we weren't going to be there for that long. We're just going to
No.
walk. So you said we weren't going to take more than an hour. We should be back by midnight.
Yeah.
So she let us go. We went on the strip. We went into like a couple shopping. We went to Ross, bought some stuff.
Yeah, we really didn't get to go to much because of the time restriction. We were trying to be very courteous. I mean, we're driving this woman's car, and it's not like it's like some throwaway car. This is a nice.
And we're talking. We're
Hyundai,
driving
right?
at the. It was a no. It's a. Yeah, it was a Jetta.
It wasn't.
It was a Jetta. I promise. I promise.
I don't think Jettas have sports mode.
Yes, it does. I promise it was a Jetta.
Well, whatever. But nonetheless, it was a nice car. I understand her not wanting us to like.
Mind you, like we're going to probably the busiest part of Vegas at the busiest time, and we're not on the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So,
mind you, we got there in one piece, no scratches, no nothing on the car. But we get to the strip, had to pay for the parking. We walk around. The only place we got to go to was Ross, which I was kind of disappointed because like. I wanted to go a little bit further down because a little bit further down was like the M&M store, H&M. Like, bro, we could have went to such better stops, but we just didn't prioritize our time. I think that we could have went a little earlier, but I had fun either way.
Yeah,
I love the little street art.
Horrendous.
Oh god, bro, there's so many bad drivers in Vegas, dude. I was stressed and I was sitting in the fucking passenger seat.
Yeah,
like. The people there
don't
are
know
assholes.
How to drive.
Like, first off, they had this weird like intersection thing going on where it's kind of like how is it? There was obviously an intersection, but it's like kind of slanted like this.
Yeah.
And so the lane we were trying to turn left, and the lane, I guess, is it perpendicular? That's or across from us, going straight. Took up the whole lane. They barely let us turn into it.
Mind you, like street law says like you're not supposed to block the
intersection.
The intersection.
Yeah.
Vegas drivers don't give a fuck.
They didn't care. It was so bad that despite there being two turn lanes, we had to merge into one lane.
Yeah.
As mid intersection just to get across.
Yep.
And then the car behind us,
dude, that dude was honking at us like yelling at us. It's like, dude, what do you want me to do?
What are we supposed to do?
My god,
we couldn't stay in our little designated turn lane area because it was taken up by a car. Like fuck. And then the dude behind us, I think were we driving maybe too slow?
I mean,
I don't know, but he was pissed.
Yeah,
he was honking, and I think he tried to get around us.
He did go around us. He cut me off.
Yeah,
and then Jonah wanted to have us pick up McDonald's for him.
But that was fucking insane.
The first McDonald's we go to, I'm pretty sure it wrapped around the building twice.
Mm-hmm.
It was 10:30 at night. There's no walk-in. We checked to see if we can walk in, but you couldn't. And it was wrapping around the establishment twice. So we're like, okay, let's try this other one that's like 5 miles out.
It was like it wasn't even that far. It was like only like 2 miles away.
Yeah.
And so we went to go check that one out. And
that one wrapped around the building.
It didn't wrap around. I don't think it wrapped around.
It was pretty like it was a couple
long,
cars away.
But it wasn't as long. So we were like, It's already midnight. We didn't feel like staying out too late. We passed the Jack in the Box that was literally empty.
It was, yeah, there's
And of
no cars in
course,
the drive-through.
we called Jonah. We're like, "Hey, man, both McDonald's are busy. Is Jack in the Box okay?" He's like, "Yeah." So we go to the Jack in the Box. All of a sudden, it's fucking busy through the roof.
Okay, hold on. Mind you. Okay, we talked about how the second McDonald's, it was a pretty long line. We like made a U-turn to go to the Jack in the Box, so we passed McDonald's again. So there's maybe like a 3-minute window from then. But when we passed the McDonald's, all the like
They
there's
got
still
through
a
like
line,
6 cars
but
during that
the
time.
line went down so fast. So we're like, what the fuck? So then we get to Jack in the Box. Line was outrageous. So we're like, we're not sitting in this. We might as well just go to McDonald's. We saw how fast they were going. So we just committed to the McDonald's.
Yeah, we went to McDonald's.
And then that took a little while because the
That
people in
did.
front of us, they ordered half the fucking menu.
Yeah, apparently they
Jesus
were fucking
Christ.
feeding their entire family and all of the strip.
Yeah.
They decided to order like everything. I think their order was like $100+.
Mm-hmm.
It was insane.
I think I think we heard the total being like 140.
Yeah, it was fucking insane. But the only most memorable part I remember is I got a quarter pounder, and I'm
Oh my
shit you
fucking
not,
god.
I'm not even like flexing or nothing. I think I ate it under a minute.
You took 2 bites. I swear to God. No, listen. I'm driving and like I saw Tavien digging through the bag, like just munching on fries. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then I'm like paying attention to the road and I look over, he's closing a box. I'm like, what did you just eat? He goes, oh, my quarter pounder. I go, what?
Yeah.
As far as I knew, you were eating fries.
No, man, I
My
told you.
God.
I told you. I was mad at myself because
Jesus
I was kind of mad when
Christ.
we started watching anime, and I was like, "Fuck, I really could eat some more of that right now."
That's what happens when you scarf your food.
I eat for survival, not for pleasure, buddy.
And look where that got you. You wanted more.
Well, that has nothing to do
I
with
was
how
sitting
fast
there
I ate it.
enjoying my nuggets
That has
and
nothing to
my
do
fries.
with how fast I ate it. I was hungry still. Like I was looking at Jonah's fries. I was like, "Fuck, man, he wouldn't mind if like a couple were missing. He wouldn't know, right?"
uh, but no. So because so then that was pretty much our last night in Vegas. We stayed up till 3 o'clock watching Black
3.
Clover.
Yeah, we watched more Black Clover.
Um,
More fucking grating, just screaming. Ah! I was like, "Oh god."
once you get, because at a certain point the voice actor tones down. That's when it's not as bad, and that's when you can actually appreciate the show.
Well,
Because the show's good, but because of the screaming, it doesn't seem good.
look. I think the show is good. I like Yami. I like Fuego Leon.
Yep.
I like the Wizard King. But Asta, like, I like him. I like his work ethic. I like that his whole thing is he's just muscles on muscles. I also like that he just can get more muscles when he needs to. Like he just gets his arms and like gets veiny and he just has like even more muscle. I like that. But like his screaming is so
No,
much.
trust, like it gets better. It tones down. I promise.
It did kind of tone down, I think, on the last episode.
But so then the next morning came. I ended up having to drive home because Jonah's leg was still hurt, obviously.
Yeah.
And
We got to play some bumpin' jams.
yeah. And then I want one thing I can take away from that drive back. Mind you, it took us 7 hours.
No, it didn't take us
Yes,
that
it
long. I
did.
think it was like 6.
7. 7.
Did I fall asleep for some of it?
I don't know. I know for because we left at 8. I personally didn't get home
We didn't
till
leave that early. We left
yes,
at
we
like
did.
9.
9. I didn't get home till 3:30.
Okay, I mean, maybe.
I remember. Like we didn't get back in Temecula until 3.
That's not a bad time though to get back from Vegas. So especially
7 hours.
on a Sunday, Taylor.
But okay, anyways,
Believe it or not, that's us
on the
avoiding the
way
traffic.
on the way back there's maybe 4 accidents. And of course they were all on 2-lane highways.
Yeah,
It was so fucking bad.
yeah. But the best part of the trip was driving to, I think, Barstow.
I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah.
Everybody was getting hungry, so they wanted to stop off. We were in Barstow, so they wanted to stop off, get some Chipotle, and I just wanted Starbucks. There's a Starbucks right next to it. You thought Vegas drivers were bad? I was losing my fucking mind with these Barstow drivers.
I
Like,
thought Taylor was having a psychedelic episode with just how like, bro,
stupid
like
these people
all
are.
of a sudden Taylor's like, what the fuck is going on?
No,
I don't.
let me paint you a picture. You're turning left into a shopping center. You would think you're supposed to yield to oncoming traffic. Tell me why the oncoming traffic is yielding to the people turning left. Everything was opposite. Like what else was something that was really stupid that happened? The shopping center we turned into made no fucking sense.
The layout is
Oh
so
my
weird.
god, I was losing my mind.
I thought Taylor like ate some shrooms before then he was
Like,
starting
okay,
to trip.
the original shopping, because we turned early, because obviously I don't know Barstow, so I didn't know what shopping center to turn into, but there happened to be a Starbucks. But it looked like you can go take this road, this little pathway down to the light to get on the main road. It's a fucking roundabout with no exit. It literally just it's a glorified U-turn. What the fuck? What's the point of that? That made no sense.
And then like half of the shopping center was just like stores that were like not even open. They were like
They're all
they're
closed. Yeah.
like perma closed.
And it looked like
was
there's a
so
bunch of
weird.
construction going on. So like it's just dirt everywhere. Like
The
there's
town also
no
just looked nasty.
yeah.
Like it didn't look appealing. Beside the outlets with the Ralph Lauren store and the Nike store,
Yeah.
that was about the most appealing thing I saw.
And then so we got the Starbucks in that stupid shopping center, and then I turned into a shopping center early again because the light up front, the light ahead of us, everybody can vouch for me. It looked like because it said to turn right, obviously, but the light ahead looked like it was an on ramp for the freeway.
I
So,
was the only one that like was like, you need to go to the light, Taylor.
but you can vouch for me. It looked like an on ramp.
Oh, the fucking roads was atrocious. It was so confusing.
So I'm like, no, like that's the freeway. Like I can't turn right there. So I turned early into a fucking Carl's Jr. or something like that.
Yeah, some shitty
And
place.
it looked like you can go to the back and like, go, kind of shimmy your way through the shopping center. No. Completely blocked off by dirt. I had to fucking U-turn again. And I'm pulling out I'm pulling out to get out. And like I said, these Barstow drivers, the oncoming traffic coming to the light, they all stopped for this one guy to turn into the shopping center. I'm telling you, the street laws are fucking reversed. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So these people are turning left while oncoming traffic is stopped. I'm like, I'm gonna just fucking go. Like, screw this. Oh my.
That was rough.
So then we get to Chipotle, and we just head home after that.
The Chipotle was very mid. It was not that good. I did not enjoy it. Then again, all I got was a chicken, rice, and bean burrito. Nothing else in it. So maybe maybe I just made a mid ass burrito, but yeah, I wasn't into it. I don't know if anything else noticeable happened on the way back after that.
No, we just kind of
Was-
drove home.
Yeah.
But I will say, any of you that are going to be passing Barstow, it's almost worth going out of your way just to drive through that town, just to see what I'm talking about. That it made no fucking sense. I was losing my mind.
It was brutal. It was brutal. But yeah, that man, we talked about Vegas for I think almost an hour. I did not think we were going to be able to stretch this out. I'm gonna be real. We came up with like a little, a little plan B in case it didn't work out. But damn, honestly, I don't think anything else really happened.
No, that pretty much summed up our trip.
Yeah, I had a fun time.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad that Jonah couldn't see the concert. I never asked him, but I feel like that was like the biggest reason they went. So it sucks for them, but I mean, it didn't seem like it ruined his time. So
the person that pushed him down, fuck you. By
you're
the way.
fucking you look.
You need to calm down.
look, he's on a he's coming on a little strong. You hurt his boyfriend. I let it slide, but like you are a fucking idiot. Like it's a goddamn image. Jesus Christ. But yeah, is there anything else you want to add? I think that was about it for
That yeah,
me for
that
the
sums
trip.
up the trip.
I just was dozing off watching YouTube. You were driving. Man. Good times, good times. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I think we've kind of run out of steam,
Yeah.
and Taylor's
Talking
dozing
talking
off.
about those Barstow drivers really exerted a lot of my energy.
Yeah, he's looking at his My Dress Up Darling wallpapers, so I already know.
Why you gotta call me out like that?
Because I've been doing it. I've been looking at that one the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, I think we're gonna leave it here. Um, anything final word you want to say before we wrap it up?
I do ask for those 17 people that listened to our last episode and that are going to listen
Thank
to this one.
fucking God you put up with it.
Please, yeah. First of all, that was 2.5 hours. That
Those two
was
and a half hours of talking about nothing but anime. Like,
other than our first episode, which I think was 3 hours. That was our second longest episode, and we realized that's not a good thing to go for because listening for 2.5 hours straight, like that's a lot
I
to
don't
ask for.
I don't think it's inherently bad. It's just that
It's a lot to ask for.
I think from us of all people, because I don't think we're that interesting. We try to add some comedy the best we can with the way our humor is, but
Yeah,
I think
there's
me and
only so
Taylor
much we can do without making it seem really forced.
I think me and Taylor both roll off of other people better. We're
Hmm.
not really like, well, we're literally fucking introverts, and it's the name.
Yeah,
So we feed off the energy better than we produce it. So I know it can be a bit of a slog or a bit of a grind listening.
but back to what I was saying. If you like the anime episode aspect of it, or if you just like the fact that we added another person, like please let us know. Because
Yeah.
if you like another person, we can easily make arrangements to have a lot more people on if we wanted to. I have the equipment. The only thing asked for them is the time, obviously, but
Yeah.
we
I
can
mean,
definitely work around that.
Jonah has expressed, I wouldn't say interest. He's just kind of, he's like, yeah, if you want me on, I'll do it. If
Yeah,
not, I don't really care.
yeah,
So, I mean, he's willing to come on if you guys really enjoy his company that much. I think in terms of humor, I liked it.
yeah.
I think our jokes.
Obviously, every guest we're gonna have, we're not gonna just talk about anime. It's just
Yeah.
when we initially brought it up with Jonah, he only wanted to talk about anime, so that's why we waited for like a good anime episode to have him on.
But yeah, so we do have another guest lined up next episode.
Next
Me and
episode? Okay,
I
that
think I
works.
told him next one.
Yeah,
I know I should
no,
have
that
talked to you
works.
about it, but I think
I
we
just
can all
wasn't
get
sure.
in
I because like it's one of those things where we got to figure out what we're gonna talk
I think
about
we
first.
should all get in a Discord call and work it out one of
Yeah,
these days. Um, but yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys for listening. Um, as you know, as per usual, we have the Spotify, the YouTube, the
which
Anchor, Twitch,
anything but Apple
like everything but
Podcast,
Apple Podcast. If you want to
Instagram,
give us a listen,
Twitter.
yep,
We
we
don't we
got
don't post much on the only thing worth following us on Instagram for is just to
it's
get like
update. It's
live
just to
updates on
know,
like episode drops and like I
yeah,
posted on I'll post on the story when we're live streaming in case you do
and
want to drop in and you like we haven't said it in a while, but the whole purpose of us live streaming is obviously we don't want to read chat during our recording, but we do designate time before we record and after we record if you do want to like talk to us what's the word I'm looking for? Like I don't want to say live, but get instant feedback from us.
yeah.
So that's the whole point of us live streaming it. For those of you that do want to interact with us before and after.
Yeah. Um, Thank you guys who do like watch the live stream, because I know it's probably more difficult to do that,
Yeah.
especially on phone. I'm pretty sure it drains more battery.
Well, that and like you can't really pause it and come back to where you left off. It's based off of, real time.
Yeah. Also, we're doing it again. We're
Yeah.
extending our fucking outro to being so long. We keep doing that. Um,
Anyways,
but yeah, so and feel free to text us on or DM us on Instagram. 'Cause I
comment
don't
on
think
YouTube,
we
literally
have a Twitter, but
anything.
we don't use it. So if you have any criticisms, any insults you want to throw my way,
Compliments. I'm kidding.
compliments, yeah. I don't care how the insults come. They can be motivated by any sort of motive. Don't care. But I prefer criticism. Something we can actually like feed off of and learn. But
Yeah.
hey, we're open to it. Our DMs are open, so just feel free to let us know. We still have the polls after every episode if you guys wish to have us talk about certain topics. And if no, I don't think that would work. I was gonna say I could say, dude, we could like try to get people on, but at the same time, working with scheduling is too difficult.
I
As you can
mean,
see, it took
working
us like
working working just to record with this guy's hard enough.
yeah, and I'm the co-host. But yeah, so the question's still there if you want to talk about a certain topic. Um, yeah, and I think we might even add another poll
Yeah.
just for the fuck of it, to see about the Jonah episode, see
Yeah.
how we want to go forward with that. But yeah, so feel free to let us know. All right, man, I think that's it. All right. Thank you to everybody who listened, and thank you for joining us on another episode.
Till next
We
time.
will, yeah, till next time where we maybe might get back on track. Probably not. All right. See ya.